Welcome to my Scrappin' Space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin. And I'm here to share with you this beautiful double suite in the new annual catalog. I am loving this catalog. I'm thinking of it more of as a crafting resource than a catalog, but it certainly has all kinds of products. And if you go to page 50 and 51, you can see everything in this suite. I'm going to show it to you and then I'm going to make a project with it. This is a beautiful suite of products. So, 2 paper packs. This one is just, think of it like kind of like if you're a seamstress. Oh, we're getting a shadow. Let's put a little more light on us. If you're a seamstress or you're used to sew with fabric as I did, this is what I would have called an eyelet, okay? And look at, even in a white, in a denim, that's our new basic beige. Look at these colors. Then on the other side is a very small, like, I love that overall look. What I call great background prints. These look like fabric to me, like denim. Yes, look at that, is a denim. So that's one. And that's part of Country Flowers. And the coordinating stamp set, which we're actually using today, though we're not using those papers, we're going to switch to these, has some pieces that you can kind of put together. I'll show you that. And some great sayings. With Heartfelt Sympathy, I paired on another card, from Thoughtful Journey, and it worked great. Let's look at the other paper pack, then we'll talk about the pieces. This has to be one of my favorites. Look at this distressed wood. There's so much you can do with it. Now the top one, of course, is just like wow. But all of them, you know, in pieces, there's so many things you can do. In distressed wood, oh guys, I'm so sorry. I have my face still in the way. Let's get rid of that so you can see more of what I'm doing. Sorry. Distressed wood. This is a beautiful one too. Look at that. This is one we're going to use in our project. And there's one. And then on the back, look at that one. So they're more like overall larger images. They're great for cutting down for projects. They're going to be wonderful for scrapbooking. Just like an all-purpose paper that we're going to think, oh, don't ever go away. Okay, so those are the 2 paper packs. I showed you one of the stamp sets. This is the other one, which I haven't played with as much, but you'll be seeing projects because there's a birdhouse you can die cut. That's going to be fun, a little bird. And actually, the Happy Birthday and Hello Friend we're going to use on our project. There's a dual of ribbon. They come together. They're very soft, but they have enough texture that's going to be easy to use tear and tape on them to attach. And these are Smoky Slate and Pearl Gray Pearls. Smoky Slate and Basic Gray Pearls. Yes, not Pearl Gray. That would be a great color name. So they're beautiful, just beautiful. And they come in a variety of sizes. I've used them on some other projects. And then, of course, there's an embossing folder. We know how much I love embossing folders. This is the eyelet one, and you'd use plates 1 and 4 on it. Okay, let's make a card. Those of you who know me know I rarely color. But for you guys, I colored. There's our card, and it's kind of a little different kind of card design, and it's fun once in a while to have something that's just not a sheet of paper folded in half. So your base is here, and then you lift it up to do the writing, and that it fits in a standard envelope. Let me show you how easy that is to put together, and I'll have all the measurements on my blog. So we start with, if you would think of like half of a card base. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then this is a standard mat size that you'd put on the front of a card, and we're going to attach that there. Now I've made this card in lots of variations. And I wanted to see more of the wood. So I made my card more narrow. If you really didn't care as much, you could make a wider card that goes on here. Kind of the rule of thumb is to keep it in proportion, however narrow you have. Like if I've gone in an inch here, I want to go up an inch in terms of my overall numbers. This is 3 by 9 and I've scored it at 4.5, so it's exactly in half. And then on the front, I have stamped Hello Friend. And I have Happy Birthday for the inside, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then those pieces from the stamp set. I stamped, let's call this a pail. Now, those of you who know me know that I am not a huge fan of coloring. It's something I struggle with. Nothing I find relaxing, like so many of my demo friends and crafting friends say. So to save myself some coloring, I stamped this on smoky slate, and then I took a smoky slate blend and I just colored in what I wanted darker. So you know, these blends work beautifully on the paper. They'll dry that way. Though I needed to make sure that I stamped both of the images that I was going to color with Memento ink, because the blends play best with that. And then I stamped the flowers, and I grabbed 4 of the 5 new in colors, because this is an in color, and I colored. Now I'm not putting it any closer to my camera because I didn't do a great job of coloring, but I colored, and there's die cuts to cut these out. So let's assemble. I'm going, oh, see, and I didn't stamp correctly, so I just turned it over and stamped again. And look, already that's drying. You can't even see where I colored there. I do love the blends. If I'm going to color, I want the blends. So I'm going to put my bucket there, and then I'm going to use some dimensionals. And if you're new to our crafting world, dimensionals are like pieces of foam that are sticky on both sides. And typically they come like big sheets of them, but we have these edges left over and we're not going to throw them away. So we're just cut off that corner piece. There we go. And here, and one more. There. I will. And then we just take off the backs. These backs are really staticky, so I have a little collection container on my work table. Otherwise, if I just kind of pop them and let them go, they land everywhere. And then, like, we're just going to kind of, so I'm going to cover up where that ends. So you see where the line kind of ends? I'm going to make sure that I cover that part up. There we go. Then we have some darling gems that match the in colors. They are called 24, 26 in color shimmer gems. And I grabbed the Petunia Pop ones. I don't know that it really matters, but I think I'll do the pretty and pink ones this time. And when I like embellishments, I tend to put them on in an odd number, usually 3, in a roughly triangular shape. And that just means that I have 1 by itself and 2 closer together. I like to put one next to the sentiment, and then 1 there. So the coloring took me longer probably than it would take you. That was the longest part of this. This card can come together relatively quickly. So if you've watched me before, you know I like to decorate the envelope flap and the inside. But the only print paper I used was this. And I just felt like it would get lost on here. So because I'm using the in colors, well, really for any color, we have these wonderful 6x6 packs in each annual catalog. They change up the design. So I just grabbed that and I cut an envelope flap and I cut a little strip for the top. There's flowers, stripes, dots, and kind of an overall geometric. I took the or leaves rather than flowers. I guess there's some flowers to kind of match that. And I'm going to attach that to the top of here. Like so. And while we're gluing, let's do the envelope flap too, because this is a pretty cute little card. We don't want to send it in a naked envelope. So that's going to go there. And we're going to put glue around the outside of the envelope flap so that the piece of paper is really sealed, so it doesn't get caught in a mail sorting piece of equipment or something. Ask me how I know that. Yes. Okay. So let's do a little trimming, and now we're just going to assemble this card. Once you get the coloring done, this is nothing. This is probably why I don't do a lot of coloring. One, I'm not good at it, and two, it does kind of add to your time, and it's something that, now I like to fussy cut. My team laughs with me. I will fussy cut all the time, but only for you guys would I color, just to show you how great this suite is. Okay, this is going to fit in here. Isn't that just adorable? Now, I'm not someone who writes a lot in cards, so this is the perfect size card for me. And then we're going to attach this to here. And you could do this base in any of the in colors, and then just make sure you use one of them on the card. This is our card base here, and it's just going to go there. It's just a fun little card. And something a little different. I'm going to close it up and center it. It's on a basic beige, which is also a new color. It's a new neutral with that beautiful wood paper. We're going to trim our envelope flap. Just like that. And you have a finished card. And now I have birthday cards ready to go out. I feel like, which is a wonderful thing. I love celebrating people on their birthday, but I sometimes get behind, so it's nice to have a few. So there's our card. If you have any questions, ask in the comments or message me. I love talking about paper crafting and would be happy to answer your questions. Thanks for watching me. It means more than I can tell you. Take care, and until next time, keep crafting. It's good for you.